Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you like the video or you have some comments, please leave them down below. So today, we are, as you can see, almost done with Act 5. We will 100% Act 5. I have one more path to go through, and so I want to do a 3-part video series on this. The first part is going to be the pre-gameplay, where we're going to talk about what is involved with this path and then what we're going to get out of this for the rewards. So, and then the second video will be the actual gameplay of the path itself. And the last video is going to be what I'm going to do with all the stuff that I'm going to get. So let's take a look here. So this is the path I got to take. So there's several nodes, and I've got each node basically represented by the opponent that we're going to have to go after in each one. So I am going to take the path with Yellowjacket, and it's the new Yellowjacket, not the path or the initial path with Electro. I don't feel like taking a bunch of damage on myself from hitting Electro, so I would rather go up against Yellowjacket. I am going to be going into this with this team. Let's go in here, and I'll show you the team I'm going to use. So this is the team I'm going to use here. So we are getting synergies from Nick Fury, X-Force Deadpool. The synergies those two give are the Restoration Kit, which gets rid of a bleed and also heals. And then Nick Fury plus Quake. And if we look at that, so if we look at that right there, we get the Strategic Sabotage, which gives us 3 charges of evasion, which is really important. That has saved my bacon several times. And so I don't really use Quake too much. She's a 5-star. She's a rank 3. I don't have her maxed out. I may at one point. I do use her once in this path. But for the most part, the main champions that we're going to use are Corvus and Immortal Abomination. So let's take a look at the path again. So like I said, we're going to start out by going up against the new Yellowjacket. We will fight him with Immortal Abomination. And he's pretty easy with Immortal Abomination. So my Immortal Abomination is a 15,200 base. And then we're going to use a base 10% health buff, a base 10% attack buff, and a base, I believe it's a 15% attack and health buff. And we might use the basic cosmic power boost, which allows us, if Corvus uses his special 1 or special 2 or special 3, that allows us to get some energy back to do special 2 again, which makes him very, if he's got a bunch of charges, makes him very deadly. So we're going to fight Yellowjacket first with Immortal Abomination. We're going to take Path D, which splits in 2, and we're going to take the Buffet path. That's the last path I have. And the first champion that we're going to go up against in that is Archangel. So Archangel will, I will use Immortal Abomination, or I'm sorry, I will use Archangel, or Corvus against Archangel, because Archangel will give him a glaive charge, because he's a mutant. And then Ant-Man is an Avenger, so we will go ahead and use Corvus again. And so we will end up with 2 charges going up against this Kingpin, who is the new Kingpin. And pretty much the best way to get rid of the Kingpin is just to do raw damage. So this is going to be another Corvus fight, because Immortal Abomination does damage over time, and that is not really going to help me against Kingpin, because the new Kingpin throws off debuffs like very quickly. So each one of these guys has this thing called Buffet, which every time they get hit, they start to regenerate some, and they get some power generation. So raw damage is just going to overwhelm them, and then we'll keep going. So the next hero after that is Winter Soldier, so I will probably fight him with Immortal Abomination. And then the buffet ends, and then we go to the newish Gambit, and then finally the Stark Spider-Man. So any of those two can be fought with either Immortal Abomination or Corvus. And then finally, we go up against this old school Ultron, very classic Ultron. And I start out, this is where I bring Quake in. So I start out with Quake. Doesn't matter if Quake's alive or dead. So she'll still provide the evasion charges. So then we'll go with Quake. And I'll just try and whittle some of his health away. He gets a massive amount of regeneration. And towards the end of the fight, he gets power generation, which we don't want. So I will then switch over to Immortal Abomination, and I will try and turn off some of his regeneration with my Petrify. And I can't poison him, but I can Petrify him with my Special 1 or Special 3. I'd rather use my Special 3. And then whatever's left over of him, we will go ahead and use Corvus. And Corvus, by that point, will have at least 2 charges, which should be enough to get him through, and then with the buffs. I don't like using Nick Fury, because if Nick Fury gets killed completely, then you have to raise him because you lose all your synergies. So what are we going to get out of this? So for completing the quest 6, we are probably going to get enough for another Tier 4 basic 550 hero 5-star hero crystal shards, 3,000 Tier 2 alpha, that's the main thing I'm interested in. 65 units, I like that. Don't really care about these Tier 4 class catalysts, and the gold is really bad. So we get some good stuff for the quest, but once we finish the quest, we also finish the chapter, and so we get 10,000. We get a 5-star hero crystal that we could buy. We get just an outright 5-star hero crystal. We get a 5-star awakening gem, and I'm hoping that I get a tech, because I have a 5-star warlock that I want to awaken. So we'll see what happens with that. Either that or mutant, because I also have a Colossus, 5-star Colossus, that I want to awaken as well. We get this Tier 4 class catalyst, 2 of those, and then we get these 10 signature stones for 5 stars. And we had a signature stone offer yesterday, so I'm going to get that. So we get a lot for finishing just this chapter. And for finishing the act, we get 2,500 6-star shards, which will give me enough for another 6-star. 2 Tier 5 basic catalysts. That will give me a total of 3. We get this sweet generic awakening gem, which is something I really want. So again, if I get a tech, then this generic one is going to go towards Colossus. If I get a mutant, then this generic one is going to go towards Warlock. And then I also get a 5-star rank up gem, and I'm really hoping that 5-star rank up gem is for a mutant. If it's not, then I'm going to raise my Warlock up, and hopefully it'll be a tech. I'm hoping for tech or mutant, either one, it doesn't matter. So that's basically the rundown of what we're going to do, and our strategy, and what we're going to get from this, and what we're going to use for it. So the next video I'm going to put out is going to be the actual gameplay. As you can see, I only have 4 energy right now, so that video is not going to come out until I am up to about 70. And so, again, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment, and leave a like.